Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian. We're back for more Titans. So, last episode was the rest of the flashback episode that we got, episode 4. Kind of should have expected it considering the episode before that ended with Dick talking to Jason, telling him that he killed Jericho, even though he's not like directly responsible, but he feels, or he's indirectly responsible for Jericho's death, or supposed death anyway. They're showing basically they were using Jericho at first. They were kind of getting close to him to get intel, and then they like the kid because I mean it's hard not to like. Dick found out he had this really cool power, so he decided to bring him onto the team, which is kind of what led to him being killed. He sacrifices himself to save Dick from Deathstroke stabbing him with a sword. So then the team, that's when they disbanded everything, the tower shut down and all that. Yeah, those are the basic points that really had something that weighs on the entirety of that's been weighing on Dick the whole time. There was also like the Amazons that were killed, that Slade killed. I think they're all Amazons. I know at least Julian is supposed to be, I believe. But yeah, they were all killed. Slade killed them. Destroyed Donna. Like, Jesus, she was barely able to crawl away. We're returning to probably. I'm assuming. I'm hoping that we're returning to like present time, just so that we can get like what's going on with Slade now. If he's actually at the tower, or somebody mentioned that it could be Jericho, but I don't think Jericho would attack them since he sacrificed himself for Dick. But it could, maybe he felt betrayed still, that Dick kind of evolved him in the first place. Yeah, we'll see what happens this episode. You
lying sack of shit.
Hey. How many other fucking half-truths have you told us?
At least you got a half-truth. My brother's dead because of you.
What happened?
Your sister happened.
Blackfire's here?
Whoa!
No.
Whoa!
Well, she sent her friends
Already?
to kill both of us. Blackfire now wears the crown. Your crown.
Sounds about, yeah, okay.
That's impossible.
Yep.
She would have had to circumvent my entire court.
You're all dead, my queen. Just like she wanted you and me. She sent the Royal Goon Squad.
Rachel?
Rachel, what's happening?
Sorry, Doc.
Why? What's going on? She's just leaving? Trying to get away? Stay away from people so she don't hurt them?
Car's log. Stardate, June 21st. Operation Save the Titans. Day Alpha. There's a whole lot of work to do, and no one to do but me. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness.
Second day, Gar.
Mouth ran up the clock. Clock struck 1, down he run.
Google fun and bumfuck Wayo.
Okay, I will.
Okay, do it.
All right, I'm gonna.
I can't wait to see.
You know what? Shower up, cowboy. I know exactly where we're going.
Shower's broken.
Use the hose.
Hi.
Connor.
Okay.
You want anything?
Ranch corn nuts and a yoo-hoo, if they have it.
So gross.
Yeah,
Hey.
well, that's just like your opinion, ma'am.
Watching way too much TV.
Uh-oh, don't die, bud. Oh, shh! What was that?
Working through that breakup term, I'm sure. Let's hear it for Frank and Sean. Frank and Sean, everybody. Here we go.
Frank and Sean.
Right.
Alright.
Listen, baby.
Is that actually him?
No mountain high, ain't no valley
Kind of sounds like it would be. If it is either way, whoever it is, they sing really good.
I'm Ellis's sister. That kid you got killed.
Oh.
Man. We're so sorry about Ellis.
You do not deserve to say my brother's name.
We didn't do it though.
Her junkie boyfriend was the one that got him hooked in the first place. Where were you when Ellis OD'd and nearly died? Oh, that's right. You were in lockup on a possession beef. We took care of Ellis. We got him clean, not you.
Yeah, you got him killed, too. Pat yourself on the back.
Uh-oh, Lex's mind. Oh, and that super speed too also helps. You're gonna break the controller though.
How did you do that? I don't know. It's like something just took over inside me, and I knew how to beat him.
Oh boy.
This is amazing!
He loved you. And your friends. You all still together?
That's all finished now.
I can't forget what you did. You're sorry it's as self-serving as your seduction of my son. You came to make yourself feel better, not today, Mr. Grayson. If it's forgiveness you want, you should try in there. They might feel differently.
Jericho?
It's over.
Oh. That was my first option before I said Jericho.
I won. You took my family and cast it into the sea forever. So I took away yours.
You didn't deserve him.
Excuse me?
Jericho, you didn't deserve a son like him. Neither did we. He was better than the rest of us.
I think you should go.
No. No. Wait.
He's tired. It's time to go.
Grayson! Our war is over. But if you ever put the Titans back together, even for a weekend, I will kill every last one of you.
I can turn into a tiger.
And a snake.
No way. Yeah. What's a tiger?
Help, they're hurting me!
No, Connor.
Game on.
Connor, no.
Hero time.
Connor. Connor.
Connor, no!
Oh. Connor.
This is your last warning. Stand down!
He wasn't doing anything at that point. I mean, I know he tech cost, but Connor. Gar, do something. God dang it. Ugh. Crypto, stop him. No, that's the wrong one, Crypto. Gar, don't leave. Gar. No!
I have been hard on her. She was always in my shadow. Too frail to play the glass games. Too weak to run the Two Moons race.
I think she ran the Two Moons once.
We shortened the course for her. She never knew.
Uh-oh, I think she knows.
If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't even have any friends.
The problem isn't where we go. It's us.
You were listening to Ellis's sister.
She's right. All we do is bring pain with us wherever we go. For Christ's sake, we met in grief counseling, Don. Maybe we should be apart.
What?
See if the world's a little less fucked up a place without Hank and Dawn.
If you want to go, go.
day if you can hear me. If there's any part of you that's still alive in there. I am so sorry.
Do it.
Tu la cumpris.
We could roll together. It's always been a dream of mine.
Have you asked Mother and Father?
Of course not. And we're always yours, aren't they? There was never a day that went by that I didn't think about how much happier they'd be if I was gone.
I'm coming for you.
Good. Bye.
What can I do you with?
Diet Coke. Ice.
At least get Coke. I wouldn't get that either. Dr. Pepper, but...
Dick? I'm sorry. Something really bad happened. It's my fault. Excuse me, sir.
Well, what happened? Something else? Jericho? Oh, he just wanted to get arrested. Okay. So this was essentially a broken episode kind of thing. We saw everybody but Donna and Rachel, I believe. I think everybody else we didn't. No, it was Rose and Jason too. So Rose and Jason went off together. Or at least they shared a cab. I don't know if they stayed together. But yeah, we saw the pairings. I mean, obviously Hank and Dawn, who now Hank's split from her because he feels that together they bring pain to everybody. It doesn't seem out of character, and honestly, I hate it. I hate that it's come to that, and that he's feeling so guilty and responsible for Ellis's death, and then just the other pain that they've been causing, or that he feels they've been causing. That has driven him to leave Dawn. I hate that, but I don't hate the writing for that. Like it makes sense to me anyway. Like it doesn't seem out of character for him. Like this kind of like it's like a bunch of stuff adding to it. Like the one finding out with the realization that Jericho wasn't dead whenever Dick got there, or he wasn't already dead when Dick got there. He died because he was saving Dick. He sacrificed his life to save Dick. I wasn't sure for a second like what the outcome of that was whenever Dick was telling them all, because for a second it kind of almost seemed like I read it completely wrong. That probably was it. Like I'm not terrible. I feel like I'm not terrible at reading people, at least in TV shows. For a second I thought maybe he was understanding. But yeah, that wasn't how things went. Obviously, like he socked them real good. Surprised Dick, remained standing after that. Like Hank's a big dude. Like I know Dick. Like I'm not saying Dick would have been knocked out, but at least send him to the floor. Like that would have knocked me out actually. I wouldn't just fall on the ground. I would have been out cold. But yeah, Dick knows how to take a punch. Also, I don't know. It's still surprising because again, he's still a big guy. But yeah, like all that and running into Alice's sister and her saying everything she did to them, it just kind of put him in a bad state of mind. So and he's always been kind of receptive to that kind of stuff. So it's again, I hate that it's happening, but I personally don't see it as a stretch or anything. I think it's well executed. I just hate it. Like for a second I was hoping that he was gonna drive off, but then maybe come back. But I wasn't exactly expecting it. I was like 60-40. that he was gonna come back, but 40 being the one he turned back. And also, I thought it was interesting that even as low as he is currently, he's refusing to drink. Like he doesn't want to do anything. Do more. He doesn't want the alcohol to influence his any kind of action he does. But then he ends up turning to this one dude next to him, beside him. Yeah, right word. This is the first thing that I thought it was drugs, but which is weird if he's choosing not to drink, but then he's deciding to get into drugs. I don't know if that's what that is, or if he's looking to get into like a fight, like some kind of, I don't know if that like some kind of not spar, but fight for money kind of a thing. I don't know what he's looking for. The only reason that I'm not sold on it being drugs is just because of the fact that instead of, like, he could have gotten a drink, like an alcoholic drink, and he chose Diet Coke, which, gross. But no, yeah, this whole episode is just went down the drain. Freaking Gar, he didn't call Bruce like he was going to, and then he ends the call almost immediately and decides that he wants to train Connor in a way to like in helping people, but he should have explained things better before taking him out, so he doesn't understand who's, like, when someone's being taken, like, attacked or pinned up against a wall or something, like, it depends on who it is. Like, the cops were, I don't know, this guy might have done something, he might have not, but the way he attacked them obviously was not the right way to go about it. And then it just escalated even further. Like, he literally, some cops had to be killed, if not drastically injured, or gravely injured, not drastically. I think that could work still. Anyway, that one cop in the car that he exploded with his laser vision. I mean, the chances of him being alive are, I feel, kind of slim. And then Gar ran away. I was thinking maybe, like, at first I was thinking, why don't run away, and then I was thinking, like, maybe he went to go somewhere to hide so that he could change and then get in front of Connor and maybe, snap him out of it. But he just straight up ran away. I mean, I get it. He's overwhelmed with, like, panic and he doesn't know what to do. So he, fight or flight, he leaves, he gets out of there. But I wish he had stayed to help Connor at least, or to pull him. I mean, not really much he could have done, because, I mean, Connor's got Superman's powers. And then another thing, I thought Crypto was going to go maybe snap Connor out of it, but then he attacked the cop too, and I'm pretty sure he killed that other cop, because they showed him, like, about to attack this cop's face, and then they cut away to, I think it was to show Gar. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he killed that cop. Or, like, just, because, I mean, normal dog mauling that dude's face, it would have messed him up bad, but Crypto's got super strength, so, he'd have to be dead. So I don't know if Connor's going to return back to the tower or not. They just showed him leaving afterwards, like running away. I don't know if he realizes what he'd done was bad or not. The thing they need to teach him is that he really should have contacted Bruce, because Superman needs to teach him restraint. Because he needs to be taught restraint on those powers. Because Superman restrains all the time whenever using his abilities. Because, I mean, most people he goes up against wouldn't be a match for him at all. He needs to be careful. He has to pull his punches back, like, exponentially, so that he wouldn't, like, straight punch through somebody like what Homelander does. He doesn't care. Superman does, he doesn't believe in taking life. Most DC superheroes don't. And I like that they kind of hinted at, or they kind of nodded at, that Bruce and Clark are friends. I mean, Dick was like, just call him. I could have just been like, no, they're not. He knows him, but they're not, like, friends or anything. It's my glasses. But yeah, that's just one thing one downward spiral that happened in this episode. Then there was stuff with Kory. Blackfire apparently showed up, or I don't know if she showed up. No, yeah, she had to show up just because she destroyed Kory's ship. She messed up, what's his name? Fide. And then she freaking took control of him, and essentially I don't know if that thing, like, does that kill him? Because she said if there's anything left in you alive, or left alive in you, I'm sorry. So I guess that's supposed to, like, kill him, or like fry his brain, I'm assuming. But he was strong enough to fight it, to give her time to at least kill him before he attacked. Man, that sucks, dude. I mean, I feel bad for him because I mean he was there for her, and he obviously cared for her a lot, and they both cared for each other, obviously. And then she had to kill him, knowing that he wasn't responsible for whatever he could have done. And Blackfire already killed everybody else that she cared for at her home. She freaking killed their parents. Yeah, the whole stealing the crown thing definitely seems up her alley. I was wondering like why she want her to come back to take the crown. That's what I was wondering beforehand. And I was wondering if they ever bring her in. If they were, I didn't think it was gonna be. Well, I guess it's not soon. It's only. I mean, we only have what is it? It's going to 13 this time, right? So we got 3 episodes left now. So yeah, I don't recognize the actress at all. I didn't really recognize anybody in the Titan show at all. Like the only ones I do recognize are Dawn, Dick. I guess I do recognize most of them. Dawn, Dick, Hank, because I know Hank played Aquaman in Smallville. And Gar, Ryan Potter, right? Is his name? Because I just know he played Hero in well, I was gonna say the wrong movie. Big Hero 6. Anybody else I knew? That I know? I don't think I knew anybody else that I've seen in the show, except for the guy Wintergreen. Is that his name? The guy that worked for Slade, or that's kind of his between dude. I'd recognize him from an episode of The Flash. That's it. Anyway, very much off topic. Yeah. So like, what was that like? What was the thing that went inside him anyway? Like I thought, like it seemed like just like a slime thing, and then took control of him. And then when Starfire killed him, a hologram showed up instead. I mean, it's some crazy technology that we don't have, but it's just like I'm trying to think like what it could sort of be. Like, what does it do exactly? It was like I understand that it controlled them. Was it just like some kind of was the goo itself like a computer thing for them? I don't know. It's obviously apparently some kind of technology. I thought it was like some kind of symbiote thing or parasite, but it seemed to be some kind of technology. Or it could have just been something that was in him that she had put in him, or something that wasn't destroyed on him, then she transmitted through it. I don't know. And then obviously there was we didn't go with Rose or Jason. Rachel for some reason went with Donna, and then she just left. So I don't know why she didn't just leave on her own, but she went with Donna. Then kind of like tied her up sort of so she could leave and get away from people because she doesn't want to cause anybody harm. She thinks she'd kill somebody. Which she did kind of kill Rose. Only I guess she was mostly dead. But she was alive enough to heal herself back up. But so yeah, I don't know why she went with him in the first place. But then after that they didn't show anything else of them. I'm assuming we're gonna cut to we might do back and forth next episode. I'm not really sure. But yeah, and the bit with Dick, yeah, whenever he went to see Jericho's mom, and yeah, I mean, can't blame her for the way she's feeling, not and choosing not to forgive him, because I mean, that's not he legitimately he manipulated Jericho, like right off the bat, like he grew to care for the kid, but originally it was he was planning to use him. He hunted him down, and then he used him to get answers on Slade and try to lure him out as well. I expected Slade to show up, but then I didn't for some reason expect him to be in the room. For some reason, when she said if you're looking for forgiveness, maybe he'll have a different answer. So I was thinking Jericho, because I mean Slade wouldn't show forgiveness, so I don't know why I just didn't expect Slade for some reason. But then he had like this, like I'm pretty sure he was having some kind of issue. Like there was a pain in him. I don't know, because he also said he's tired, it's time to go. I don't know, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Well, rewatching it, I was thinking maybe he was just angry and holding it in. But then something seemed, I don't know, is that all it is? Is that what it was? Like he was just angry what Dick said when he says, you didn't deserve Jericho. And neither did we. He was better than all of us. So maybe he was angry about about Dick saying that, like about him not deserving him. But I don't know. It seemed he was struggling with something, and that's why I was thinking that Jericho was in there for some reason. So maybe he is. Maybe like what was left of him is in there, and it's like hidden, and he was trying to get out. And Slade doesn't want him to know that Jericho's alive or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally just making crap up and that there's nothing there. Maybe he's just, I don't know. I'm not really sure what that was. But yeah, he threatened him, if you ever try to bring the Titans back together, I will kill every single one of them. His goal right now was, basically, you broke up my family, you killed my son, you separated, you took away my family, and now I took away yours. I caused them to split up, and they all feel like crap. So, and you're all alone. That was what his goal was apparently. And now he was telling him, if you ever try this again, if you try to bring them back together, I will kill every one of them. Which makes sense. Is like whenever he saw Jason's announcement that they were back, and that he was like, no, if I don't have my son, you can't have your Titans. So I'm gonna stop this right now before it goes any further. So that makes sense what his whole plan was. But what's the deal with Rose? I'm still wondering with the whole Rose thing. Is he still after Rose? I'm assuming. I don't know where Jason and Rose are gonna go. But then Dick he was gonna go. He's trying to get the farthest way he can get, and then he decided, like when he saw him crumple up his ticket and then drop it, I was like, is he deciding to come back? But then he let himself get arrested. So we're gonna be picking up probably next time we can pick up with Dick anyway. He'd probably be jail or prison, depending on. Because I don't know what that would count. Because he did attack a guard. I think it was just like a security dude. I don't think it was a cop. Those are cops. Whoops. My bad. Why is that dude knocked out? He didn't do anything to him. Anyway. He just flipped him over. I'm pretty sure. Okay. But still, yeah, he attacked 2 officers. Sure, they would just they put him in jail, right? Like, he didn't take the gun. He literally, scooted it away right afterwards. I mean, he didn't hold anybody up. He didn't threaten anybody else. He knocked out 2 cops. So I'd assume they just sent him to jail. But I don't know, because I know he feels that's probably the best place for him to be is locked away from people, but he's in jail, surrounded by people, whether they're inmates or not. Maybe he doesn't care so much that they're inmates. He's like, oh, these are guys that I put away anyway. I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, everybody freaking just went downhill. The least of the bunch, I think, is they're all bad in very different ways. Like Gar's, he didn't technically do anything, but he also kind of let Connor loose on those cops and didn't do anything else. Didn't do anything to try to stop it. Like, I know he couldn't have really done anything, but he didn't even try and he just left him there. He didn't even speak out to him afterwards. Like, I think he called it. Did he even call out to him? Yeah, well, I mean, he gestured for him to stop, but he didn't really do too much other than that. So yeah, he just kind of left him there, and he did more after Gar left. He did even more damage. He more likely killed at least 1 cop. So yeah, everybody did have different. They're all kind of equally messed up endings, but just in different ways. But yeah, I didn't know that Dick didn't even tell them the truth. I thought for some reason that I thought he did. Because Dominic kept telling me, you need to tell them the truth of what would happen. So I figured that they knew. But it doesn't seem like they knew at all. He told them a different lie. He told them a lie. He said that that Jericho was already dead. So I didn't know that. That kind of started the downward spiral of this whole entire episode. They all broke up again. So it's like 5 years happened all over again. So that sucks. I understand what Dick was doing. He wanted to go and apologize to Jericho's mom, and maybe make himself feel better, or at least start his way of making himself feel better. But I still think he is a little irresponsible, maybe, for leaving Gar alone with Connor. I feel like maybe he should have waited till Connor woke up, and then if he once things worked, smoothed out a little bit. He was able to kind of teach Connor things, who's someone you shouldn't attack, how to restrain when using your powers and stuff like that. Then, if you wanted to go and apologize to Jericho's mother or try to apologize to Jericho's mother, I don't know. I really didn't like that he left Garfield alone with Connor. As we see, that didn't work out very well. I mean, Gar could have just called Bruce. Obviously, something he should have done, but I mean, Dick should have prepared for the possibility of him not doing that. So. And Gar burned out fast. He started out real strong the first day. Second day, you could already see the enthusiasm was half, basically, about, if that much was left. And then it petered out. By the fourth day, he's pretty much out of it. He is 16. I kind of think it's funny because it sort of shows the attention span of a teenager, 16 years old, I think, here, right? 16? How old is Gar supposed to be here? I think he's 16. I don't remember if he said. I know the actor's not. I know he's 22. He's old. He's older. It's 20. He's 20 something. But yeah, I don't remember how old Gar is. So I just thought it was kind of funny. They just started out, really pumped, trying to help Connor, wanting to bring the Titans back together and stuff like that, and then it just kind of waned pretty quickly. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look up if that was Hank and Dawn actually singing I don't remember how to say her name. Or Alan. The other guy's Alan. The actor from is Alan, right? I don't know if that was actually them. Some part it seemed like it was his voice, what his tone would be if he were to sing, but obviously they pre-recorded whoever that was, whether it was them or not. Minka, I think her name is, right? Oh, okay, so you can't sing? Okay, so apparently that was Alan, but was it her? So they both can sing? If anybody knows for sure, please let me know. I know apparently he was singing, but I don't know if she was. They've done that before, where they do one of them, but they have somebody else dub over it. But either way, great singers, whoever that was. Connor could, we know he can be very dangerous, but he could be very dangerous. When he was playing the video game, when he said something took over, he just knew how to beat him, or that he could beat him. So because of Lex, he has a very tactical, very strategic mind. Or sometimes, anyway, when it kind of kicks in. Very hyper-intelligent. And then there's Clark, who has those ridiculous powers. Clark's not an idiot. He can be pretty smart, too. He's got this mind that can absorb things. But he's not a strategic genius. He's not like Lex. He's not like Batman in terms of being strategic. So, but putting these two together, very dangerous. Which is, but it'd be a really big, a really huge addition to the team if he can get that under control and learn to restrain his abilities again, like I was saying, or at least restraining his, super-powered abilities. If he can hone his strategic mind, though, that'd be exponentially better. Not only would he be able to, plan things out, he could also use his strategic mind to gauge the usage of his powers, which would be very helpful. That'd be kind of cool. But for now, it's just terrifying. But I do like that when Connor brought up that, with the whole thing that Lex being the other side of him, that he has a dark side, and when he was telling Gar that, Gar responds with, everybody does, and he knows, well, I was going to say not more than most, but he knows what, Connor feels like, because, last season, Gar killed a scientist as a tiger, mauled him to death, and he had his blood, in his mouth and everything. So he kind of knows what that a little bit what that feels like. Except Connor has this. The only difference is Connor has this bit of this Lex in him, which is he revels. Lex revels in in what he does. He doesn't feel any regret or remorse. So that's a bit different. It's harder to pull out of that and to stop yourself from doing that. Well, guys, I think that's all I have for this week's episode. So we're going to go ahead and go to a poll for the show. for those that don't know or watch the Arrowverse videos, I'm gonna start trying to do polls. And yes, I know Blind does that. It's kind of what I kind of like the system that they do, and I'm gonna try this out. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But for the show, let's see what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do. Okay. So my question is, what do you think is wrong with Slade? Do you think tinfoil theory is it Jericho or drugged? Maybe he's being drugged, injured, or just holding back anger, or other. If you have another suggestion or theory. If it's something that's just completely obvious, then I'm, sorry. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and use that as the poll for now. And then you can go ahead and just leave a comment explaining why you think what it is. And hopefully set me straight, because I'm confused. But for now, guys, that is it for this week's episode of Titans. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stick around for next week's episode, be sure to subscribe. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go ahead and visit our channel. Also, if you'd like to support us, go ahead and check out our Patreon. You can get access to polls for stuff like this. Also, vote on shows you want us to react to whenever we need replacements. Early access for videos, stuff like that. Link for that for our Patreon will also be in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you all next week.